WWE fans, welcome to the Backstage Jabronis. He's Daniel Snyder. I'm Jeremy York. We're here to talk all things WWE, including Crown Jewel, a little bit of Raw, a little bit of SmackDown, because it definitely bled into both. This was a three-part weekend for sure. But as always, how are you, bud?
I'm always good. Always good. Pretty excited to talk about the ending of Raw, but we'll get to that after we talk about Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel was actually pretty decent. Um, there was one match that stood out that was by far the match of the night, if not possible
Match of the
candidate for
year?
match of the year.
It's,
Yes,
it's real close.
yes. If not, so yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, definitely. I got to put that one there. And maybe it was because it was a callback to kind of our history as wrestling fans in a way. But and people have tried to duplicate it since. I've seen other people try it. Pretty sure at wasn't AEW, but maybe at TNA. I think they a couple of them tried to do a similar thing, and I was like, nope, you weren't the first, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, yeah.
But let's see, was there anything on SmackDown that I know Raw will directly tie in? Um, yeah. There is something because they weren't on Crown Jewel. So I gotta give a little bit of a shout out to the MFTs. It looks like they are back to full strength. It looks like they are playing off of what the Gorillas of Destiny, which is Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga, what they were in New Japan. Come in with the war paint. You got the General in Solo. I like what they're doing, and based on something we're going to say later, this little wrench that was thrown in the WWE plan, I'm pretty sure they're going to be one of the War Games teams.
Yes. So, and they're going to be going against. Did you see this past SmackDown?
Friday? Yeah, that's not Friday.
So they're going to be going against the Wyatts. They had a
Which would make
standoff.
sense. That would make sense.
Did, did you see the
Yeah,
standoff?
yeah. I did. Yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
That's what and we'll get more into that because we do need to talk about the crown jewel, which kind of led to that being the reason.
And also,
But
we saw most of the Wyatts. I didn't see Howdy.
was he not standing? I thought he was standing in the middle.
I didn't see him. No. The one in the middle that Solo stared down was Nikki Cross.
Oh,
I mean, I know they look similar, so I understand how you got them mixed up. But yeah. I didn't see Howdy the whole night. I kept looking, and I was like, one, two, three, Nikki. What? Okay, he's gonna come out. Well, he's gonna. I didn't see him. I don't know where he was or if he's hurt or something, but I didn't see him. If one of our viewers saw him, tell me you did, and I'll go back and look at it. But I didn't see Uncle Howdy anywhere.
yeah. I'll have to go back and look. Somebody just sent me a picture of a of a Ultimate Warrior that I don't have, and he was asking me if I had it. I was like, no, I do not. I want that.
I will soon.
Um,
That's the answer to that.
yes.
And then
Um,
other thing from SmackDown is I kind of wish this would have been on the pay per view or on the PLE as opposed to the main event. But Priest and Alistair in that last man standing, and now you get Zelina paired up with her husband Alistair. I love it. But the only thing that gets me on it, this should have been Karrion Cross's story.
but did you see on the next SmackDown who they are putting together or who are together? Alistair Black and
And Zelina, yeah,
yeah. Is that what you just said? I thought you said
yeah.
Priest and Alistair.
I
Okay,
said Priest and Alistair did the last man standing, which was a fantastic match.
yeah.
But yeah, them pairing up Zelina at the end and the way that she acted, and then the twist and everything that looked to me. Look, these two can pull it off just as well as Cross and Scarlett, but this would have been Karrion Cross's story right
So
here.
100%. Um, what female are they going to put with Damien? because I didn't see all this happen. And you got to put there's going to have to be. You think Rhea will change shows eventually?
Isn't she on SmackDown?
No, Rhea's on Raw. Remember, she
Okay.
keeps going against Io
I never know.
Sky.
They ping pong so much. Um, who could you put? It'd be really good. I don't know. There might even be a call up because there's a handful in NXT that would make a lot of sense too. So I don't know. I'm kind of I don't really have a guess out there. I'd kind of like to see who it is.
Okay, well, there we go. Yeah,
But that led us into Crown Jewel. There, I mean, like I said, SmackDown. It didn't just wash into the ocean that was the PLE. It's like no, they went out with a bang on Friday. So I wanted to make sure to at least
SmackDown's
get a
been
couple of
trying.
those things out.
SmackDown's been trying, and I hate that because the only way I can watch SmackDown is live. There are no watch it later like with Raw. Me because I don't know what streaming like would air it the next day.
Yeah, I got to look into the next day part because I know like a couple days later you might can catch it on Hulu or something. There's one of
Hulu's
them that I
always like
used
a
to watch it
month.
on.
I feel like Hulu's always a month behind.
Maybe there's got to be one of them out there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but the premium live event started off with a Australian street fight, which did not get to the street. Little wasn't really that much out there in outside of the ring. It had
It
some
got
stuff.
Australian though.
It did get Australian. Yes, it did.
You know, because I said
Um,
that I was like, what does that mean? Like boomerangs and kangaroos? Well, pretty much. Outside of the kangaroos, they had rugby balls and I mean, we all found out real quickly why Roman Reigns was a linebacker because you can't really spin that ball really well, even though it's a different size. I'll give him that. It's harder to throw that one like that, but yeah, there's a reason he wasn't a quarterback. But I mean, this match was it was pretty good.
it
We
was
were both
entertaining.
dead wrong on who won, but
Yes.
I think before we get to the twist that started at the very end of the night that carried over into Monday night. I think this was their way of trying to help build Bronson Reed up because he's been the forgotten member of that group. He's just kind of been the background. He's done a lot of the tsunamis, but he hasn't been the focal point like Braun was. So they said, you know what, this is a good chance. And probably Roman was like, yeah, that's no problem. I can take an L here and still look good in it because I
Well,
just came back.
see, but no, the L came kind of like, but I did mention if you go back and watch the show, I
You did.
said Bronson will win if Jimmy and Jay get involved and Jay somehow causes it. So that I kind of called.
Because that's what I
And
thought it would be Jimmy, but it was Jay.
yes, yes. So well, I mean, I thought it would be Jay because that's been kind of what it's been looking like. So it made sense for Bronson to win in that way. And if you notice, it kind of tied into to what happened on SmackDown on what we're going to be getting. I don't know if we talked about it on camera. Oh, we did talk about it about how it's going to be.
Okay.
I think the Wyatts versus what are they called?
MFT.
MFT, and it's because Roman looked at Jay and he said, "I told you not to come down here. I told you I don't want to see you until after Christmas." I don't want to see you until either Christmas or after Christmas, is what he said. So, what he was telling the wrestling world is we are not going to be in Survivor Series War Games because I don't want to see
Correct.
you until after Christmas, which means I'll see you at the Royal Rumble, my friend.
Yep. Not even New
So,
Year's.
yeah. So, I was happy to see Bronson Reed
Yeah.
win. I like the way they did it. It didn't make Roman look weak.
Mm-mm.
Uh, and it still kept him strong. So I liked it. It was 21 minutes. It was the third longest match.
Wow.
Um, but it didn't feel
Okay.
that long.
Yeah. I know what the other two were. So okay. Yeah.
It didn't feel that long. But this
No,
was
it didn't.
followed by so you gave it a good.
Yeah. I thought
You
it was a good match. Same basic things there. It helped build Bronson. It didn't hurt Roman, and it sets up this whole what's going on with the old bloodline.
Yes, and it was followed by the shortest match of the night. Stephanie Valkyr versus Tiffany for the women's crown jewel, which we both got right. Made no sense to give it to Tiffany. WWE thought so as well. And there wasn't no. I think this was only 10 minutes long because there was nothing extra. There was
Yeah,
no good person, bad person. Nobody interfered. It was
nobody
straight.
came down. No,
Yes.
nothing. No frills. We don't need a bunch of extra stuff on this one. We're just gonna have two really good athletes show what they got.
And it was a decent match. It wasn't, oh
Yeah.
my God, great, but it also wasn't a bunch of blunders, which there's been a lot of
No.
in women's wrestling lately.
Yeah, but if you notice those blunders, we mentioned them before. Those blunders usually involve the same handful of people.
Yes, and these two are not included in that unless they're going against one of those people.
Yeah, absolutely. But it
Um,
was it was good for Vakur to get the win like that. It didn't hurt Stratton to lose, but I'd still say this will be one of the first seeds to Stratton losing the belt. I don't know to who yet because I don't think it'll be one of the usual suspects. We're going to see a new player over on SmackDown, I think. Oh, there
I
you
feel
go.
like
What if it's Selena Vega?
I think it'd be great. I mean, they did
Priestess
make
Stratton? That's a good combo.
she was queen of the ring, and I don't remember her getting a title opportunity.
She was Queen of the Ring and she was US title holder for a bit. She either beat
Yes,
Chelsea or Chelsea beat her.
but like the queen of the ring is supposed to get a chance at the world championship, and I don't think she ever did. Remember that's how
She did.
I don't know, but but um I feel like Jade was they were trying to give her so many opportunities and she keeps bumbling. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets sent back down to NXT just to get her some more practice.
She was never in NXT. She skipped it.
Well, that's part of the problem then.
She trained down there before they brought her on the TV, but she was never on NXT TV that I knew
Well,
of.
that's part we need to send her down.
Hmm. She needs to work with some of the Jada Parkers and the
I'd like to see
Flash
Jada
Legends
Parker
and stuff down there.
caught up and go for the title. I like Jada Parker. She's great.
Maybe she needs a couple things that she needs to just top off because she's getting there. But there's a difference in being popular at NXT and being popular in WWE.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I can
almost like
agree.
a territory down there instead of a national global thing. So that there's a couple things they've got to work on.
But unfortunately for the fourth match, the third match was the match of the night by far. They put the best match in the middle of everything. This match could have ended the show and people would have been happy.
It could have just
So
been the entire show.
I agree. 27 minutes. I haven't seen John Cena go this long in a long time. AJ Styles going long. It's no issue for him. But I said this to my wife after this match. I walked into the bedroom and I said, John Cena just had possibly the best match of his career.
Yeah.
And I think I said something to you last week that if Cena would have been doing these his whole career, he would be looked at from the perspective of a Bret Hart when it comes to being wrestling, like technical.
Bigger than that. He would be the modern Ric Flair.
I, okay, I could give you that as well. But I'm talking about technical wise. It just
Oh yeah,
it would have been, and I feel like he's emptying his gas. He's doing it all,
he is.
and this match was so good. Like the entire match, I was worried a little bit, but just very little because AJ Styles does not have bad matches,
No.
and I told you I could have swore that I said that John Cena would not lose. But did I pick AJ Styles? Because I just felt like John Cena was going to win this.
Yeah, we both picked Styles, I believe.
Yeah, okay. I felt for some reason that
What it's looking like, yeah.
oh well, but yeah. Um AJ did announce before the show that 2026 will be his last year.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping to all outsides that they give him the same thing that they're doing for John Cena.
And let him just
But if
pick his opponents, basically.
yes, and if they do that with AJ, we're going to see great matches.
No, the
Um,
word's phenomenal.
phenomenal. Love that.
Phenomenal matches.
He is known as phenomenal AJ Styles for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was a great match. John Cena pulled out 4 or 5 different finishers of his, and I almost felt like he was showing signs of who he will be facing as I was seeing these finishers. And
Mm,
then I seen the Bray Wyatt's sister
Sister
Abigail, and I was
Abigail.
like, hey, maybe one day he will be facing Bray Wyatt in another world. Um, but the
Although
Randy
he
Orton,
faced him in every other possible world except for that one, at
yeah,
that one WrestleMania.
yes, yes, and which was I enjoyed it. It was I ain't gonna say it was a good match, but it was entertaining.
Yeah, very entertaining because you had
Uh,
no idea. And like something screen
what's
flashes, and
next?
you're
Yeah,
like, now where are we?
NWO, yes, the NWO and all that. Um, th- I'm seeing him do stuff I'd never seen before from John Cena. And didn't he hit him with AJ's Styles Clash thing too?
He did a Styles Clash, yeah.
Yeah, love that
He's been
man.
doing. He did Edge's spear. He's doing a nod to all of his
The
big
Walls of
opponents.
Jericho.
Yeah, oh, that one was funny. But before we get into, I mean, because I'll be honest, it got a little dusty. I got a little in my feels a little watching this match because not only have I seen Cena's entire career and been a fan, AJ the same way. And actually, Alexander Lev, who killed it at the NWA show last night, he AJ Styles is one of his big guys, and actually he uses a couple of Styles moves only because AJ said he could. Like he knows him a little bit. I think if I'm not mistaken, I heard that Lev and another guy that I'm not allowed to mention apparently um helped put the gear together that AJ was wearing because that was his old TNA style gear. That normally he's been wearing pants the last 10 years. Those were the regular shorts he used to wear, and I heard that Lev and another guy had something to do with doing it. So, but we get to the final two opponents because there's only two more appearances left. There's Survivor Series
I thought
and
there's
there's
three.
Saturday Night Main Event.
There's three more. He said because it was 4, and now there's 3.
Well, what's the third one? Because he's
I
not
don't
Raw or SmackDown.
I don't know. That's what I was. Let me see. Let's look right
We're out
quick
of event.
because he even mentioned it. What
But either
are
way, I've heard these names thrown around. Obviously Gunther
here we go.
and okay,
November 10th in Boston, November
oh the Boston
17th
one.
in New York City, and November 29th at Survivor Series in San Diego. And his final match is December 13th. So he's got 4 more.
But
November
none of
10th,
them are Raw
November
or SmackDown.
17th. Well, I don't know what 10th and 17th are. Those two are on the same day. So be, those actually could be Raws because the
I thought he was
29th is
done then.
12 days.
Maybe he's not.
Well,
Hmm.
yeah, November 10th is a Raw in Boston. November 17th is a Raw in New York City. November 29th is Survivor Series. And
Okay.
then December 13th is Saturday night's main event. Those are his last
Hmm.
4.
Yeah, because that's in DC. But
Yes,
anyway,
exactly.
basically his I mean I guess he's got four opponents, but I've heard
Gunther.
Gunther's name thrown around a good bit, and somebody brought up if this really is a torch passing or one of the ultimate respect nods up. Cena has the utmost respect for a particular guy's father, in one Dirty Dominic Mysterio,
I've heard
for
about
instance,
Dom as well.
because and somebody floated this out, and I believe it was the Tapped Out podcast, but they floated this out. They said, "What if, um, let's see, Dom dropped the Intercontinental belt to somebody, Cena picks it up from him, and then Dom takes it back at the last one." And I was like, "Well, that could work, but why are you taking a title off of Dom? Why wouldn't you just let him have it all the way to the end?" But because the no, it's a U.S. title because the U.S. title was the spinner belt that started the whole Cena movement. So it's kind of like give it back to him one last time. And but I don't know. I don't think he would want. I don't think Cena would go for that.
So my theory, and it's going to kind of lead into the last match, but we still got two more matches for this to talk about. The next, let's talk about the tag team match right quick, and then I'll come
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
I feel bad for Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and the Kabuki Warriors because they had to follow AJ and John.
And
There
they
was no
had an
energy
okay match.
left.
I mean, it had some good
Okay
spots.
is
I really felt the story of it. But
okay is all it was.
it honestly didn't mean anything.
Yeah, it really didn't. It didn't. It was just it
Mm-mm.
was there for Rhea Ripley to be in front of her hometown people, the
Yeah,
Australians.
and to show EO splitting from those two.
Yes, yes, yes. So I was just so in that match. I was like, okay, I'm still on my high off of the John Cena. So
Oh
now
yeah.
back. So I mean, unless is there anything you want to say about the tag team match? I don't want to,
I said there was some really good spots. EO is one of the best wrestlers in the company by far. Rhea is by far the face of the company, and the Kabuki Warriors. I mean, more than held up their end. Asuka's really, really good, and Kairi Sane is a great accent piece to any match she's in.
and that's going to end up leading to Asuka and Asuka and Kairi Sane are going to end up splitting here soon, and Asuka will be by herself. Kairi Sane's going to flip, and Asuka's going to push Kairi Sane to the roof, to the moon because of the what she's going to do with and for her.
And
That's
then
just
I
my opinion.
honestly think Asuka will be done at that point.
I wouldn't be surprised of that as well. I think she's got another year or so in her, but I feel like this next year will be pushing people to
Yeah.
the moon. Um, I felt like one of John Cena's final competitors was going to be Seth Rollins until Seth got legitimately hurt. And I seen it happen in the match. This time
Yeah.
I know it's real. I seen when it happened,
I spent
and
all week questioning that. I'm like, is he
well, see,
really? Is he really? Is it? And I was like, I can't argue not. He's legit this time. And
yes,
there's a big factor as to why they WWE let you know this is legit.
yes, yes, and you could tell after it happened on the coast to coast the way he was holding his arm,
And why
and
did he do that?
I don't know. He's never
Especially a
done it
headbutt.
before.
You always do the drop kick so that you land on your
Yes.
back. There's no reason in the world to try to do a shoulder tackle or whatever he did.
I don't even think he knew what he was doing.
I don't think so. I
Um,
think he got up there and he goes, "What am I supposed to do?"
I guess I'm gonna do a headbutt. Well, good
Yep.
news for everybody that's a fan of this show, of the Backstage Jabronis, that you will be seeing me next week because Cody lost.
Oh yeah.
Um, so happy because I was going to be MIA next week. Um,
I was scrambling to try to find somebody to be on.
uh, it was a good match, the longest match of the night, 29 minutes. It told a story.
Yeah.
Um, Such a fan of Seth Rollins. I really am, and Cody's ability to perform. I'm a fan of
Yeah.
both. Cody did not care about that he lost. It did not hurt him. Seth needed it way more than Cody did. So Seth won, and now that Seth is not going to be one of John Cena's final, I see Braun Breaker being one of John Cena's final.
V.
I mean, think about this. You've got four left. Four. Gunther, Dominique, Braun. The future of WWE is having the torch passed by John Cena to these three guys. They're great heels. So, I mean, and the fourth one, I don't know. I feel like that
Hmm.
December, like it could be, it's going to be very interesting. But that fourth one, I don't know. I don't know.
What if his last one could be one of those for sure? But what if somewhere in between that he gets?
Yeah,
Wouldn't
I
that
think
be
that'd be
good?
great. I think that'd be great.
I'm going down the roster real quick, just looking, and I was like, I would like to see that match.
I think that'd be great. And I think LA Knight would like to do that. But does John Cena like LA Knight? I don't know if he does.
That I don't know because I don't really see anybody else on the radar that would make any sense whatsoever. Oh well, I don't. I think it would be. a clash of styles. This is not an ode to AJ. Nakamura would be a good opponent, but I don't think it would be a good match.
Who?
Shinsuke Nakamura, he just came back.
Um, I could I could
I don't think
see it
it would come off well.
because they had a little thing together at one time for just a little small. You know what? Why not Roman Reigns? Why not have one last match against Roman Reigns? That be his final. You are now the John Cena. These other three will be the up and comers. You are now me, whose job it is to push these other three to where they need to be.
Or I just saw two names. Drew McIntyre,
Mm, he's busy.
Fatu, who he's busy with. Jacob Fatu.
Well, I've heard Fatu's got some stuff going on with him, legit, like a non-wrestling that's messing with him. That's why he was jumped backstage on SmackDown. That's also why the Drew McIntyre thing went from messing with Fatu to messing with Cody. If you notice, that storyline straight stopped. I think
Yep.
Fatu has a legitimate injury that has nothing to do with wrestling. It might be almost like I'm not going to say it's this, but it's like this in the manner of the Brock Lesnar's issue that he had with the UFC.
Diverticulitis.
Yes, like something like that that has nothing to do with wrestling, or something on the lines of Roman Reigns when he had the cancer issue.
Yeah.
Um, so there's something going on. I've seen somewhere that with Fatu, and that's why that match, that whole feud has been cut off, I believe.
I don't know how good a match it would be, but I know we got to move on here in a second.
We got
What
six
about
minutes.
Uncle Howdy? We talked about Bray Wyatt and
That
John
would be.
Cena.
I don't think it
At
would be
some
a
point,
good
would
match
he
for
be
that.
one of the four?
I think it could happen. I think that's another one. But
And have it
I'm
where all the rest of the Wyatts stand at ringside, but they don't interfere
they
because
can't. Yeah,
Bray wouldn't want them to interfere. I
yeah.
mean,
It would
and
be.
obviously you
I
can't
think
have
it'd
Luke
be.
Harper back, but Rowan's already down there. So and they just all stand there
I think it'd
and
be
just
interesting.
watch like guards. Like nobody's going to mess up this match, and we're not going to get involved either.
That could be the last match. Like Bray Wyatt's music
Cash,
plays or
you know,
something, and
yeah.
yeah, okay,
Saturday
okay,
Night Main Event goes off, and you hear the music, and you just see them standing there, and Cena.
yeah. But
That,
Monday night followed this, and it ended.
oh yeah,
It ended with Seth Rollins
they
being
planted the seeds
jumped.
very quickly in this. That early on,
Yes,
when Seth ran his mouth, and he kept saying he chooses the people that are around him, but he's done it all on his own. To which even Bronson Reed kind of gives him a sideways glance. He's like, whatever. Braun looks like he is ready to tear the place down. And the bad thing was is I knew the ending before I saw Raw because thanks to social media, I already knew what was coming. But that allowed me to look for the little clues. Heyman had clues, Braun had clues, Bronson had clues. There were clues all throughout the night telling you what the end was going to be. But if you didn't know it was coming, you didn't see it. But since I
I
knew
did.
it was coming, I saw the whole story.
So you must have they must have did the show, and then they filmed it and then aired it later, because it was at 8 o'clock in the morning when it
It
came
was on at
on.
8 o'clock in the morning, and
Yeah.
I was obviously indisposed of at
Oh,
8 o'clock
gotcha,
in the
gotcha, gotcha.
morning.
So you watched it okay. I watched it while it happened. I didn't know it was going to happen. Yeah, I watched it during. I got up at 8 o'clock in the morning to watch it. So I'm watching it, and and what I always like play my game as I'm watching it, and I hear. I didn't even see it happen when it first happened because wasn't looking at my screen, and I hear, oh my god, and I turn and look, and Seth Rollins is down, and Braun Breaker standing over him. I said, oh, rewind, so I made it go back like 10, 15, 20 seconds, and now
Oh
I'm like
yeah,
watching, and I'm watching, I'm like, oh my god, and then he turns to Bronson Reed and says, are you with me? Or are you with him?
no.
And Bronson,
He said it the most Braun Breaker way, the most Scott Steiner way ever. Are you with me or not?
or not? Yes, you're right.
Or not? He is not a man of a million words.
And then Bronson grabbed him and pulled him over there and did the splash, and then they grabbed Paul. And that whole conversation, same thing to him. And then when they turn around, the Paul Heyman look of, oh yeah, this
Of
is my new
of
team. And then
he
it
always
gets
knows
like
when to pivot,
straight. Yes. Yes. So um I'm excited for where this is going. Are we about to
and they're
see
they're
Braun
going to get
Breaker
a
win
new
the
member from
title?
what I heard. There's a lot of rumors.
I'm thinking
It's the name we've
Brock
been saying. No,
Lesnar.
now that would be a good one. But see, Braun ain't going to add somebody to a group that he's going to have to go back to being the B player again. He wants to be the A.
So who's going to be
And
the
and speaking of the A, that should
Austin
tell
Theory?
you
Oh
A
my
Town
God, that
down.
would be great.
And
I'd
then
love
Heyman
that.
is leading this whole new stable of the young studs like that, and you're just like, my goodness, what a group!
Man, for real, for real. Okay. So that ended great. I loved how Raw ended. I'm
Yeah,
excited for this. I do
and we
see
know
Braun.
that it's legitimate because he's going to probably have to give up his title without having to defend it again because I don't
Yeah,
think he's able. It's his shoulder.
yes. Yeah, and it was, and you could kind of tell because his arm was kind of like that the entire time. Even when Bronson came down with the splash, you seen him kind of try to prep his arm to where he can take it. He threw his right arm up to kind of take most of it and prep it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you do as well. Wish Seth a fast recovery.
absolutely.
Um, I'm interested. It's going to lead, if anything, like my Target family. When I told them I was leaving, I also told management I want this guy to be the next team lead. He deserves it. So by me leaving, two people got promoted. I loved it.
Hey,
By Seth getting hurt, Braun Breaker is getting promoted. This he
hey,
is given his opportunity now, I think, and I think he can run with it. I think Braun's ready. He's ready.
I think
Only
so. And
time
you know who, and when they add another member, you know who they should feud with?
the Judgment Day. I don't know.
The Judgment Day.
That's why. What if Dom joins?
Well, no, once again, then you get two alphas.
I see. I don't think Don wants to. I don't think Don wants to be an alpha. He just wants
He
to be
doesn't, but
himself,
he
but he's
automatically
surrounded.
is because of what he's doing right now.
Yeah, yeah. I love Dom, man. I love Dom. He's my dude.
I mean, he's
Um,
still my second favorite member of that faction, but it's really close.
he's tied for first on mine, but there's a
Yeah,
three way.
yeah.
There's a three-way there for me because I'm a big
Two-way
Liv,
tie for me.
Roxanne, and Dom. Those are my three.
Well, if we're including the females, there's a three-way tie, sure.
Yeah, that's those two. But it's a great faction that deserves to be broke up. But we got 40 seconds.
We
What are
do.
you closing with, my friend?
I think that's it. I think we exhausted everything we can possibly say. It ended up being more loaded up than we absolutely thought it was. And I guess this is another great
Fortified.
addition. Yeah, this is another great addition to the Backstage Jabronis. Often imitated, often duplicated. You're not going to get anybody like us. He's Daniel Snyder. I'm Jeremy York. We will see you guys next week. Deuces, gooses. Go watch wrestling.
Yes, I need to be on the wrestling on your football thing.